welcome back to a big weather update. As you can definitely see, this video is certainly long, as we have severe weather, tropics. We'll be covering that shortly. Today's gonna be mostly about the severe weather situation, but we'll get into the tropics very shortly. Severe weather. There is a lot of stuff across the U.S. We have extreme fire danger the next several days as well. We're probably not going to be able to get that today, as this video would be like 30 minutes long if we covered everything. So you can definitely see we have Habana there still. Expected to continue to intensify, going into probably the next couple of days before it's going to start heading south, and thus weakening. So it should remain as a fish storm, which would be pretty good if that was so. It'd be quite interesting to see what happens with it. So yeah, we'll be getting right into the cone of uncertainty, and you could definitely see right now eating around 85 knots, and then it's expected to strengthen around to 115, actually 125, which would be around category 4 strength, which is pretty powerful. And it's gonna start heading south, and you can definitely see right around there, 90 knots at around the 14th, which would be quite interesting to see what happens with it, how strong it gets, and is also along with that. So we'll be heading right into the U.S. weather actually right now. So yeah, we're getting right into it right now. So we're gonna be heading right into that. There's so much to talk about with red flag warnings. Northern Wisconsin, Minnesota, and then you have Nebraska and South Dakota, and then you have Wyoming, Wisconsin, where storm warnings, Wisconsin. And then you can definitely see all these red flag warnings. If you're in there, you have either an extreme or elevated risk of wildfires. Tomorrow is gonna be just absolute chaos over large portion. I think everyone in the red flag warning could be in for potential extreme critical, not extreme, in the fire weather outlook, which is quite remarkable since yeah, it's certainly just interesting to say the least. When we take a look at the map of Alaska, this is what we're gonna be doing now, basically, and nothing really to note. Winter storm warnings for around Juneau. Yeah, they're expected a couple inches of snow. Nothing really new to them per se, and it's definitely interesting, but again, we're heading to Hawaii, where we have an entire segment today about, because there's right now a flash flood emergency for just north of Honolulu. Over 15 inches of rain fell, and right now this is a very catastrophic flooding's expected, which is definitely not very good. But there's a flash flood emergency. Several inches, I went over a foot actually, of rain has been falling, and it's continuing to fall at this very moment of me recording this. Probably still raining over there right now, and looking at the latest radar image, it's right now maximized at around 17.5 inches of rain, and this is going to continue on the next one. Even flash flood emergency goes on for another 2.5 hours. right now some rainfall rates, potentially a couple inches per hour, as this is definitely a life-threatening situation. But going to the severe weather, you could definitely see a slight risk. Now from Missouri, Kansas, and then Oklahoma, and then surrounding there, basically in the same states, marginal. 5% tornado, 15% wind. This is, again, quite an interesting sight to see, really. But, yeah, be quite interesting again to see what happens with this. TGHQ in the thunderstorm risk. Again, so it's certainly. So first thunderstorm of the year is likely gonna happen tomorrow, maybe. So then we have a marginal. It's a pretty snaky line from Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, Missouri, Arkansas. 5% probabilistic, and don't know how to comment on this one. This is definitely gonna be something prolonged. But also this would be ahead of the weather system as well. That is gonna bring I think the slight risk tomorrow as well. This won't be just the only day also though. We have day 4, 5, and then 6. And 7, 8 is right now pretty unknown, but looking at this 15% on for Texas, maybe a small area of Kansas and Oklahoma. Just 15% is equivalent basically to a slight risk. And right now, it's been an agreement for something like this to happen, but see what really goes on now, though. As it's now going to be in view of the day 3 outlook tomorrow. We'll see how it's going to be. But anyways, we'll be going to day 5, Texas, Oklahoma, and then southern Kansas as well. This is going to be more of a squall line event. It seems models have been indicating a pretty linear event. But still damaging winds, maybe some large hail, maybe also an isolated tornado or two. Can't be ruled out. But again, pretty much agreement on something. But yeah, it's definitely gonna be quite interesting to see what happens in the soon enough. But we're gonna be entering day 6, and 15% again. And Arkansas, Louisiana, Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, Missouri. As this is going to continue the stretch, and this is last day actually. So yeah. Again, is just definitely something quite another interesting feature on the sea outlook. This really came out of nowhere yesterday though. So yeah, and then the next 2 days is predictably stability too low. So doubt we could see another 50% on a later day, but it's unknown. Apart from that, that's really it. I hope you did enjoy. Tomorrow will be probably tracked severe weather for the next couple days actually. So yeah. Apart from that, really though, there isn't very much. This is a much longer weather update than I was anticipating earlier. But yeah, that's definitely not the best in the world. Again, flash flood emergency in North Honolulu, Hawaii, and goodbye.